In this video, we're showing application of a single hand-tied beaded row for thickness. We'll be using 3 of our Vision Select hand-tied wefts all glued together. See our previous video on how we glued these wefts together for this application. We start by parting the front section of hair forward, about mid-ear on both sides. This is where we want the wefts to end. Next, at the ear, part the hair 1.5 inches above the hairline, angling down in a horseshoe shape, going below the occipital bone, making sure you stay 3 inches above the hairline. Use hairspray to keep down any flyaways or baby hairs. You'll want to apply your first bead just behind where the weft will end. Take a large rectangular section of hair and apply the first bead off base at about a 45-degree angle going back. We like using extra large beads so you can fit the most amount of hair in them, making a secure base and preventing too much tension on the hair. For the next bead, take a slightly smaller section of hair along with half the hair coming out of the previous bead and apply the bead like before. Continue chaining the beads 3/4 of an inch apart, following your part, until you reach the middle of the head. Repeat this process on the opposite side. Clip your prepared weft along the beaded chain you just made, making sure the weft ends just in front of the first 2 beads. Taking at least 2 wingspans in length of your weaving thread, thread your curved needle, pulling it halfway through so the thread is doubled up, not the end to secure. For your first stitch, go up between the first and second beads. Before pulling the thread all the way through, feed the needle through the loop at the end, locking in the thread. Hold the thread up towards the head and stitch again in front of the previous, making sure you stay under the thread that's being held up. Make 2 stitches at the very end, then stitch coming down at an angle to lock in the last stitch. Make sure the thread doesn't slide off the end of the weft. Now that the hard part is done, start sewing in the opposite direction along the weft, making sure you're always sewing either behind the chained hair or a bead. Each stitch should be 3/4 of an inch apart. This is called a blanket stitch. Make sure to keep your thread fairly tight. The end will be just like the beginning. Properly securing down the ends is very important. Go back a few stitches to complete the row. Once complete, cut the end of the thread and pull one string out, leaving one behind. Knot them together 3 times, snip the excess, and you're all done. Thanks for watching! Like and subscribe for more hair extension videos. Visit us at visionhairextensions.com for all your hair extension needs.